As I'm cooking you guys a stew, I am going to share a couple thoughts in my head. Gaming community. What kind of gaming community do we have? Well, in my personal opinion, a crappy one. Because a gaming community is about games. It's about how you play them, what you like, how you enjoy. And the majority of the people who are involved in this gaming community are ones that resell. So in my personal opinion, it's not a gaming community. It is a reselling community. Why would I want to go to a gaming convention and watch Chase After the Right Price, Mr. Right Way, Collector's Luck, Pixel Game Squad, Phoenix Resell? But why would I want to hear any of these guys talk? I mean, there's nothing against them, you know, much respect for whatever they're trying to accomplish and whatever they're doing, buying conventions, buying everything and selling it online. Much respect, you know, do what you got to do to survive. Why would I want to listen to them talk? They have nothing to do with game development or art or any of that stuff. To me, it's like, I'm there, if I'm going to go to a convention, which I've never been to one anyway. I don't have that kind of money to be blowing at conventions and stuff. But if I were to go to one of these, why would I want to hear them talk? It doesn't make sense to me. It does not make sense. They are not a gaming community. What a gaming community is David Jaffe's channel. Gaming Off the Grid, they're a gaming community. Now that E3 is completely done and we're not getting any more of those events, maybe there'll be like a spiritual successor that someone will take on and try to do. But until then, we're looking at the Game Awards every year. That's the only time we're ever going to see any type of new stuff. And in no way this is disrespect to anybody I mentioned, because they have their own thing. They're doing their own thing, which I have plenty of respect for. But ask yourself this question. Wouldn't you rather see a game developer or an artist or a writer that is involved in making video games at a gaming convention? Anyway, my 2 cents. I paid $20, but it's something I don't have, and I'm trying to build that Vita collection, so pretty awesome. It is an NIS game, I never knew that, but pretty cool to add in, something I've never seen, never played, So the Outlawed One traded me his ghetto version he got from GameStop with no case, Valfaris. And he traded me this for Scarlet Nexus sealed on the PS5. Only because he couldn't find a case for it, but as soon as he ordered his from Amazon, I found a case on eBay. Pretty cool that the guy wrapped it up twice. Pretty awesome. Got the case. Supposing this is getting a little rare, so some inner artwork. And now it's somewhat complete, I guess. I don't know if it came with a booklet or not, but awesome game if you guys haven't played it. Heard this from Professor Jokasey. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, check it out. The homie got it on the Switch and didn't get a case to it, so I was like, you know, I'll trade you, bro. Double dipping on this. Nice. Thank you, eBay person. I was waiting like a dog for the Outlawed One to come with my games. What up?
What's up, man?
That's not considered new.
I know. So it's not?
No, because they sent you new copies. There are new copies you ordered, right?
They're new.
And you got it like this?
Yeah.
Wow. You got to take that in. That's not cool. But yeah, if it wasn't for the Outlawed One, I wouldn't have these right here. So thank you, man.
You're welcome.
All right, Play Asia, I got 3 games. Each one was $19.99, so I spent a total of $60. There's no taxes, which is crazy, but see what we got here. Ooh, I never get foreign titles, but this deal was another Black Friday deal, and I could have passed these up. We got Ooh, look at that. Senses. Investigate the Midnight Door. This edition contains Senses Midnight Game, original soundtrack, numbered certificate, and printed manual. I don't know. Is this a resale? That would kind of disappoint me. Does anyone know? Does Play Asia come like this, with these seals like this? It is an exclusive, Play Asia exclusive, so. I was told that this game is actually interesting because it has a big-breasted girl going around a haunted house. Thank you, Gat Cognac, for letting me know that. And then we got Chaos Code, limited edition. Get that glare out of there. Chaos Code, limited edition. I guess they do come like that, because 1 to 2 players, high speed combat, with a wide variety of special moves anytime and anywhere. I believe this is a fighting game, but look at that, that's so cool. We got the Omen of Sorrow. Really cool artwork there. Omen of Sorrow game, numbered certificate, original soundtrack, and printed manual. And each of these were limited editions, and they were $19.99. So, I mean, I couldn't pass that up. These would for sure be nice additions on the shelf. And then on top of that, I got a nice little Play Asia sticker. Play Asia. Let's try this again. I live far, and I came here last week, and all the inventory was gone because the main dude went to a convention and took everything with him. I contacted him and said, hey, you know what? You got that Godzilla? I still want it. He said, yeah, I'm going to hit you up. Never hit me up. Kind of upsetting. But I came back anyway to see if there was Godzilla. No Godzilla in the store. So I traded 4. All right. Well, Mickey Mania, WrestleMania Arcade Mode, sealed version of WWE 22. I got 23. And Doom VFR, I am trading them for Twisted Metal Head On, which I did not have for the PSP, Disaster Report 4, and Override 2 on the Switch. So, pretty cool to add in. I appreciate you. Over at this pawn shop, I dropped 20 on Alan Wake Remastered. I remember when this was only $19.99. What happened? When did this go up? But I looked this up and it was at, I think it was like $60-something. But anyway, cool little come up. This pawn shop didn't have much, so I ended up getting out of there. I think I walked away with Dynasty Warriors Empires for $7. But other than that, nothing much. Things are going up in value. Or I don't know. I can't say I told you so, but here's one. I just found this at a pawn shop. I paid $20 for it, but I don't know if you guys know this, but it's been delisted from everywhere, and it's worth about $80. So, and that's loose. I wish I kept mine sealed because they ended up giving it away on PlayStation Plus like 2 months later when it came out. After it came out. So, I mean, I wish I would have kept mine sealed, but I didn't. So I have the PlayStation Plus version. And then I also have my version up there, but I opened it. So, I don't know, kicking myself in the butt for that. At this house. This doesn't have the disc in it. But everything else is complete. And I thought this was greatest hits. It's actually not. And it's something I don't have. So it's just the red case, so I'll swap that case out and I can add that into the PS3 collection. Harvest Moon, Back to Nature on the PS1. Phantom Brave, complete, and it's in nice, very nice condition. Never even heard of this. Evergrace, it's an Age Tech game. Eternal Ring. All these are complete. paid $40 for all of it. Little last minute offer up deal. I got this for 10 bucks. I had to get rid of the PS4 version because it wouldn't play. Came across this on an offer up deal, and the lady actually came and dropped it off to me for $10. So pretty good score, pretty awesome. Radical cowabunga dudes. You just saw that Ninja Turtles. This will be added in for sure. 10 bucks, that's a steal on that. I got that Stranger of Sword City NIS game. It does have an inner artwork, which I just noticed. It looks the same. So a cool little Vita game to add in. Something I did not have, which was one of my favorite PSP games, was Twisted Metal Head On. I'm a huge Twisted Metal fan, especially when David Jaffe was doing it. I just got that in this lot that you saw recently, the Hellboy, the Science of Evil. I've never played this. I've always seen it. I know it's like a cheapo game. It might have gone up in value. I have no idea. I'm far off on PS3 stuff right now. So this I did not have, so that will be put in. At a pawn shop, they didn't have much, so I didn't do too much recording, just a little bit, but they had Dynasty Warriors 8 Empires, which I got for 7 bucks. Disaster Report 4, you saw that trade over at 7 Goods. Override 2 sealed. The Ultraman Deluxe Edition. Finally got that case in from Valfaris, and I completed that. Thank you, The Outlawed One, for trading me your copy. Chrono Cross, that's sealed. It's the Radical Dreamers edition. This is I think was ordered through Amazon. This is a Play Asia title, I think. So pretty cool to add this in, and can't wait to play that. I was watching the Y2K Collector, and he did mention that Gal Guardians was going to go up, and I wanted to snag a Switch copy of it. I already have it on PS5, so this is another double dip. I believe it's from the Gal Gun series. It looks like a Metrovania type of game. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. So interested. I haven't played it on the PS5, obviously. Omen of Sorrow. Chaos Code. The Big Chi-Chi game. And Senses. So all these will be added in. Doesn't matter what you make your content on. If you guys are happy doing what you do what you do. But I'm not one for controversy. I just call out. I feel that some people need to man up for what they did to the collectors community, because it's two separate things there. You got collectors, you got resellers, and you have scalpers, I guess you could say. And like I said, I mentioned Gaming Off the Grid. Sometimes Pixel Game Squad, they do little side things. They talk about the history of games and stuff. So, you know, there is some type of community in there. But the majority of the people that are talking about community that I see on this end is mainly resellers. I guess that's probably mainly my feed or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Hackin' Steve or whoever it is, man, much power to them, man. I find all their videos entertaining, you know, like it's funny because there are things that people do that are scandalous, you know. There are things that people do that they probably didn't think of until after the fact, and some people call them out on it and some people don't, you know. And that's a community, you know, when we all cannot get offended by talking about one another and still joke around and have that sense of humor. What I do is opposite. I do the opposite of what they do, you know. They like to get old stuff, I like to get new stuff. I think the new stuff is where it's at. You want to feel nostalgia, play Tony Hawk 1 and 2 on the PlayStation 5. You know, you'll get that nostalgia feeling when you had it on the PS1. You won't have that pastime feeling ever again. When you're playing with your friends in high school or in elementary school or whatever it is, that time has already come and gone. This is my new nostalgia. I'm creating nostalgia for my kids. That's the way I look at it when we're playing these newer games. And I get to introduce them to some of the older stuff because a lot of stuff's getting remastered. And anyway, I just had to say my 2 cents on the subject. And then on top of that, you know, like, of course I'm going to get things cheap. Of course I want to get things cheap. You know, I'm not rich. I don't have a lot of money. I can't be blowing hundreds and hundreds of dollars at game conventions, or I can't be blowing hundreds of dollars at yard sales. I'm rolling around with quarters in my pocket, you know, like that's how I roll. All I gotta say is I give most of this gaming community came from, believe it or not, in my personal opinion, well, I'm sure there's a lot of, like Radical Reggie and Metal Jesus, Day One White, Fantavision or Fantavision. Those were the roots of where this all, and then Dumpster Diver, what's his name? Speedy Diver. I mean, you guys forget that these videos did not come out until the dumpster diving videos started to come out. All of a sudden, you see all these YouTube channels making gaming channels, making channels about come-ups at yard sales and stuff like that. Give props to the roots of where it came from. No one owns up. You guys messed up the market. You guys made it harder for collectors to collect. You guys made it harder to go to the Goodwill to get toys for my kids. Now I got to pay market value for a toy. That's not even games. And clothes. I went there the other day to get a jacket, you know, because I'm like, I don't want to drop $60 on a jacket. It was $60 for the jacket. It's like, wow, you guys did this. It wasn't me. I came afterwards. There's a lot of YouTubers right now that came afterwards. And the only reason why is because there's nothing else for us to do. But you can't beat them, join them. And I mean, it just makes it harder for everybody. Whatever, you know, I'm just going to make it harder for everybody as well. If y'all just owned up to saying that you guys had an effect on the market, and then there was one time that I talked to, I think it was Phoenix Resell, he told me, oh, there's plenty of inventory out there. No, there's not. Not when everyone has thousands of dollars that can drop it on to any yard sale they want to go to, you know? Like, you guys are game hunting. You guys are leaving states to go game hunting. I can't even go into a Goodwill and pay cheap prices. I go into a Goodwill, look for a toy for my kid or something like that, and I have to pay market value. And you guys can't say it's not your fault. To me, it's like, I'd rather go to DK Oldies. Again, this is no disrespect to anybody. This is my opinion, my thoughts. I do think that the YouTubers affected the market and affected it bad enough to where it bothers me. I don't think that's going to change, so you got to go with it. Everyone has to, like, deal with it. These other people down are starting to collect, you know, like scripts, movie posters, DVDs, Blu-rays, DVDs. That's next to go up. You guys are going to see that go up for sure. I appreciate you guys watching, and stay tuned. Take it easy. Merry Christmas, you filthy resellers.